Hello, how is it going? Mr. J here, and we are doing a live stream again for some Lego. Let's cut right to the chase. We are actually going to be building this guy right here. In fact, I'll pull it up on screen right now. This is the Lego UCS, so Ultimate Collector's Series AT-AT from Star Wars. It's a huge model. It's like 6,000 pieces. I actually think it's almost 7,000. 6,785 pieces, so it is a big model. I'm excited to finally build it. I've wanted to build this for a while, and I finally got it, so I figured why not live stream it. Similar to the last setup, I'll go through everything that we have for scenes here. So we got this one here, which is the master scene, I guess you'd say. Full screen, and then we have this overhead shot, so you can see what I'm building here. Got the instructions for box one. Do have this mobile cam as well, so if you want to take a look around, there's the set right there. There's beautiful basses and guitars back there as well, and a nice little yacht over there, if I do say so myself. And we do have this shot as well, which is the overhead shot, and it's also got me as well. And then there's myself and the mobile cam, so you can see. A couple more things I'm doing a little different this time. I have some music playing in the background. I thought the last stream was a little dull, so I did add some music. If it's a little too loud, let me know. It might be a little overpowering. I can turn it down, I can turn it off. Also, if the mic is too loud, let me know about that too. I think it's good, but if there's any issues, let me know. So why don't we get started? We're actually going to start with this box right here, and we're going to build this section basically, which is oh, my wife says sounds good, babe. Thank you. Well, you look good, babe. Now we're going to build this section right here, which is part of the legs, and this lower portion basically, which holds everything together. The box, this big box, actually has 4 boxes in it, which is these, and you build it in sections. So let's get started. You know what, I'm going to switch to this one, I think. Actually, let's go with this one. And yeah, dump out some pieces. The reason why this is not in an official Lego bag for these first couple steps is because I actually built this a little bit with my son a couple weeks ago, but he kind of lost interest, so I took it apart and thought we'd start over again with the stream. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh yeah, one more thing I want to let you guys know about. So I also have this monitor. This is my baby monitor because right now my wife, I believe, is having a bath, so I'm on baby duty. So if this thing does go off, I might have to leave the stream for a couple minutes to make sure my kids are okay. But let's hope they're sleeping. That would be great. So got one here. Let us get started. Let's switch to this camera, and I'm gonna readjust myself, and let's start building. So I'm gonna move these over a little bit over here, and this can be my piece collection area. I need 2 of these. Apparently this model is supposed to be massive. My wife says thanks for sharing. You're welcome, honey. You can discipline me later if you want. So that's step 1. Well, we got 6 viewers in the house. Welcome to the show, everybody. How's everybody doing? Feel free to say hello. Little hello goes a long way, as they say. Holy shit, it's Mike Wabenga. I feel like Korn and Rob Zombie should be the background noise. Dude, that reminds me. So Michael Benga's a longtime friend from when we were kids, and we actually used to build Lego together all the time while listening to Korn and Rob Zombie. And I think there was some Rammstein in there, if I'm correct. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mike. Is that the right size? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Yep. Okay. Sometimes I gotta count the studs on top of the pieces to make sure. Dude, you know what? I haven't listened to Korn and Rob Zombie in a long time. Is Korn still making good music? I feel like every live video I've seen of Rob Zombie, he doesn't sound as good as he does on the album. Not gonna lie, I kind of picked like trance and electronic dance music for the background of this video. Alright. So, there's a bit of a glare on here. There we go. Got 5 viewers in the house. Mike, you still here? Am I doing everything right so far? Yes. Curious to know if people like to see the sets being built, or if they'd rather just see live streams for custom models. Kind of taking a break from the custom models for a little bit, just doing some actual sets. Doing the custom designs can get a little expensive, not gonna lie, because you got to order all the parts and everything. Oh, not like this isn't expensive either, but it's nice to not have to design something for a change and just follow along with the instructions. So, kind of switching it up a little bit. This guy right here. All right, we are down to 2 viewers. Excellent. Thank you for sticking around, as ever still watching. I mean, it is a Tuesday. Everyone's probably getting ready for work tomorrow, or they're, you know, dealing with children still. Sometimes the children take a while to go to bed. Okay, this guy here. Oh, forgot this part. So, Michael Benga says Rammstein came in around the same time as System, I think. You know, I was listening to System of a Down today. I miss System, man. I wish they would keep making music. What's your favorite System of a Down album? Slavador Deli. Sorry if I'm saying the name wrong. I do apologize. He's tuning in from YouTube. Says, "Hey Jeff, how are you? How is it going? Is it okay if I call you Slav? Because I don't want to mess up the name. But I'm doing very good. I get to build a Lego AT-AT Walker. I'm a huge Lego fan, a huge Star Wars fan, so can't really complain." He says, "Yeah, I changed my name. What was your original name? Like legally, or just your YouTube name?" And 5 of these guys. 2, 3, 4, Michael Benga says, "I think our greatest creation was the Gold Rush with Dennis." Yes, you know what's funny, Mike? Dennis actually tuned into my last stream, and I think we were talking about that in the last stream. For those wondering what we're talking about, back in the day when I was like a young kid, I was obsessed with Lego back then even. And me and my buddies, Mike being one of them and Dennis being the other one, we basically built a gigantic Lego theme park, and one of the rides in it was a roller coaster that we called the Gold Rush. It was kind of like a Western theme. It's actually really cool. Wish we had some pictures of it. All right, just want to make sure I'm not messing anything up. That's good. Rob Young, hey, what's the build tonight? How's it going, Rob? Good to see you again. So tonight we are building this. It's not custom build, it is an actual set. I thought I'd switch it up, change and kind of do some, follow some actual instructions for a change. There is more custom builds coming. I've actually already started on a new mega yacht. But yeah, I thought this time we would do just, a classic Lego set. Although an expensive Lego set, I won't lie. Rob Young says, "Nice." I agree. I'm kind of pumped. I wanted to build this set for a long time. Switch this back. Rob, I think last time you and I were discussing music, Michael Bega, if he's still in chat, he's a huge music fan as well. How do you feel about Rob Zombie and what were the other ones you mentioned? System of a Down and Korn. You like those bands at all? I think it was you who also was a metalhead, but I could be mistaken. Everything. Oh no! See, no mistake. And there you go. Yeah, I have a bad habit of only wanting to buy the UCS Lego sets. I really like the big models. Rob Young says, "Oh yeah." I mean, with your name's Rob Young, you probably should like Rob Zombie. I like old school Rob Zombie. Like the old school Dragula days. Super Beast is probably my favorite song. Did you ever check out Texas Hippie Coalition? I listened to one of their songs, but I got interrupted. I do have to actually fully check them out. Do you actually have an album I should check out? Because if you have a specific album, I can throw that on in the car while I'm driving. I think I tried listening to one song, but then I got interrupted, so then I kind of forgot about it, if I'm being honest with you. I would play it during the stream, but I would get copyright strike, unfortunately. I'll look it up. Perfect. You know what? Just to be safe, I will write it down as well again, because I don't want to forget. Oh, perfect. Yeah, message it to me. Actually, Mike, you still in the stream? I got a question for you. Have you ever heard of a band called Ginger? Spelled Jinjer? They're from Ukraine. I really think you'd like them. They're like almost a more, I wouldn't say radio version, but they're a little bit more approachable version of Meshuggah. They kind of have some weird timing. They got a chick singer, and she's really good. Well, so let's go like this. Yeah, if you message it to me, Rob Young, I'll listen to it on the way to work tomorrow. Yeah, moving along. Whatever music you guys are hearing right now, I actually can't hear it because I don't have headphones on, so I might hum to myself, which might interrupt the music. Just tell me to shut up. Looks like we got a new viewer in the house. What's going on? Oh, we already discussed this. Okay. Do you like them? I've been listening to them a lot, actually. Yeah, this guy. You guys want a full overhead shot? It's better. Yeah. And next up is these. This is actually going pretty smoothly so far. So what have you been up to, Rob? Doing any builds? Looking at 4 viewers right now. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to finish this whole thing tonight. I'm assuming we'll probably get maybe 1/4 of the way through, would be my guess. So hopefully we can finish this box. Yeah, if we can finish this one, feel like I'll be content with that. Yes, they're insanely talented. I agree, man. Everyone in that band is insanely talented. I actually think, what's her name? I think her name's Tatiana Shaliamuk. Can't really say her last name. She's Ukrainian. I think she's like way better than most dude vocalists. She has an insane scream and she can sing very well. And I'd say they're definitely one of my favorite metal bands right now. So I can already tell that this is like a very sturdy Technic frame that we're starting with. So Rob Young says, not much, just working, getting ready for Christmas. I haven't touched any builds lately. I can respect that, man. Especially this time of year, it's busy as hell. We've been busy too. A few kids and getting ready for Christmas and Christmas gifts. You get any time off this year? We lucked out. I actually get a week off at Christmas, which I'm super pumped about. A whole week of not going to work, I will take it. We need these two. I'm not sure if I mentioned it in my last stream, but I always really like to look at the... I always try to grab my pieces first. This tells you how many, what pieces you need and how many you need. Try to grab them first so I make sure I don't miss any. And where was I? So one of these ones, and two of these. Excellent. Doing anything big for the holidays? Back up to 6 viewers. Hello, everybody. Looks like we got most people watching from Facebook. Good old Facebook. This one. I always forget about these pieces. Get the studs. Yeah, those are nice pieces. You can build studs on the side. I need 4 of them. All right. What's everybody want for Christmas? I think your name is Juan Campos. If I'm saying it wrong, I apologize, but welcome to the stream. How is it going? Hello to you as well. If I'm saying the name wrong, I apologize. Juan or Juan? I'm guessing it's Juan. Where are you tuning in from? Is anyone else here a huge Star Wars nerd like myself? Actually, I gotta ask. Luann Provost, welcome back. She says, one thing I actually didn't get this year was Lego for Christmas. Opted for a puzzle instead. Oh, you can't do the puzzles. I might be able to do the 3D puzzle. Luann says, but I will be saving for the Disney Castle once I'm back to work in January for mat leave. Nice. That's a huge set. You're talking about the new Disney Castle? That's a big one. I think it's like 3,000 or 4,000 pieces. Juan says he's from Illinois and he prefers Star Trek. That's all good. I'm actually a big Star Trek fan myself. Big fan of Next Generation. That's kind of my era when I was growing up. Captain Picard. Make it so. Luann, I gotta give you props because I just can't do the puzzles. I like more like physical 3D models. I don't think I have the brain power for puzzles. Also, welcome back to the stream. Luann says, yeah, I want the old one, but it's discontinued, bastards. I do see it every once in a while on Marketplace. Juan says, me too, I'm 46. Yeah, so you probably would have been, you would have been Next Generation era as well. Yeah, Picard is awesome. You can't go wrong with Riker. Riker was the man. And I thought they had some good storylines. You know, I went back and actually rewatched Next Generation, and it is a little tough because it's over 30 years old now at this point. But I feel like after season 2, is it? So starting season 3, it gets really good. So, forgot to say, Luann Provo says, bastards! That's what they do, though. They just continue the sets, and then they make new versions to make you spend money. The new one does look pretty good, though. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Looks like we're up to 8 viewers. I know it's a Tuesday night. Everyone's probably busy getting ready for Christmas and doing their own stuff, so thanks for checking out the stream. Yeah, I'm trying to get the instructions in there for you as well. Do an overhead shot for you. I wouldn't mind getting the Disney Castle, but just really picky about what I spend my money on for Lego. I mean, I love Lego, but it is expensive, so I usually only get the UCS sets. Man says, yeah, I think I'll enjoy the build either way. What other ones you got your eyes on? Myself? What other ones would I want to build right now? I really want to get the Razor Crest. That's the ship that Mandalorian uses for the Mandalorian series. The Razor Crest UCS set looks really good. Juan says the castle is impressive in person. Do you mean the actual Disney castle or the Lego version? Is there any other sets I want? You know, I actually... Oh, yeah, there is one, actually. Can't believe I forgot this. I want the UCS Lego Venator. It's massive. I actually have one I made a while ago. I'll be able to see it over there. See, right on the TV, that gray and red spaceship? That's a Venator. It's an old school Star Destroyer from the prequel series. Or that's like the first iteration of a Star Destroyer. They have a UCS set version of that now. It's like over 5,000 pieces. But again... it's like got an $850 price tag, which is a little ridiculous. I feel like the piece count compared to the price is not really justified. So my plan is I'll probably wait a year or so and see if I can find it secondhand, unopened, maybe for like $600. I just don't want to spend that much money on a Lego set. But I really want that one. That's probably the one I want most, actually. Juan says the new Lego one. My son wants Titanic for Christmas. That's... So I would say I have the Lego Titanic one, and that is one of the best sets I've ever built. The value is really good, too. I feel like the price to parts ratio is very accurate. It's very good. And it was an awesome build. It took me like 5 days, probably 6 or 7 hours a day. That would be the gift of a lifetime as well, if you got him the Lego Titanic. I know it's a lot of money, but that would be amazing. What's it at now? I think it's like $900. But I think it comes with over 9,000 pieces, if I remember correctly. Luann says the Titanic is definitely on the list too. I think it would be worth having. If there is one set out of all the sets I've built, there's actually two, where I think the money and the value and what you get in the build experience is amazing, and it's all worth it. Titanic's one. The Millennium Falcon is another one, which is that guy up there. So those are the two I think are just bang on the money. Millennium Falcon. Well, actually not now. The Millennium Falcon's more expensive now. It's kind of a ripoff. But back when I purchased it, it was definitely worth it. And the Lego Titanic is 100% awesome. Great build, great experience. It's worth it. So, if you have any doubts about getting a Lego Titanic, I wouldn't. Okay, let's go with that guy. I'm trying to think if there's any other sets I want. I will actually say, some of the new Lego Harry Potter sets they have like a cool little 2,000 piece diorama of the Hogwarts castle that actually looks really cool. My biggest problem is, and this is totally a first world problem, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to complain by any means. I only have so much money to invest in Lego, so I don't know if I should buy sets or if I should buy parts to build my own creations. It's kind of like a catch-22. The beauty about the sets is the instructions are there for you. You don't got to really think about it. You just got to build them and enjoy the process. When you're designing the sets or designing your own builds, it's a lot more time intensive and can actually be a lot more expensive, but it is very rewarding when you see your own creation come to life. What's up? Welcome to the show. Ethan Neal says, I actually just bought the Titanic set. It's still 680 USD. Well worth the price. Absolutely, I agree with you, man. Love the Titanic set. And I'm a little jealous of your pricing there in the States. I'm in good old Canada, and that set cost me, it's like $850 when I bought it, so it was almost $1,000. Still worth it, though, in my opinion. This guy. There. Luann says, I'm not a Harry Potter fan, but all the sets look really cool. I would agree. I'm not a huge Harry Potter fan, especially the new stuff, but I do like the older movies. I'm excited that my kids are, well, not my youngest, but Liam's almost at the age where I can start showing him the Harry Potter movies. Because they're still a little too young for him, but getting there. I think it's a good story for, like, you know, I think in year 1, Harry Potter and Ron are like 11 years old. So if I waited till Liam was like 10, he could grow up with those movies, sort of thing. That's my plan, anyways. He might not like it for all I know. Any new viewers tuning in, welcome to the stream. We are building the UCS Lego AT-AT Star Wars. Actually, I'll be honest with you guys about this set too. I was just telling you that I'm not a huge fan of spending the crazy amounts of money that Lego wants. This set, I believe, is $1,050 new on Lego. I actually found it on Marketplace for $750. So I got it for like $400 off. So that's really the only reason I bought it. And it was brand new in box, hadn't been opened yet, so can't complain about that. Okay, that's that for the first part. That's what we're looking at there. Does not look like a Walker yet. That's for sure. Set that to the side. And go back. Let's go into these. Audio is good for everyone. Nothing's too loud. Am I too loud? Music too loud? Let me know. I think I got some sweet techno jams going. I think if there's a Star Wars ship, I want them to make a UCS set. Actually, is Juan still here? Oh, I missed something. He said, I want the Concord for myself. Yeah, the Concord looks awesome. I've heard that that set's really good too, in terms of building it and for value. I think it's like 2,000 pieces and it's only $250, but it's supposed to be one of the best builds Lego's ever done. Yeah. On that note, Juan was saying that he's a Star Trek fan. I want to see a UCS Enterprise. That would be cool as hell, I think. Or a UCS Voyager. I didn't even mind Voyager. It was pretty good too. Juan, if you're still here, I'd be curious to know if you like the J.J. Abrams Star Trek movies. I didn't think they were too bad. Just if you look at them as separate entities and don't really include them in the whole Star Trek mythos. Yeah, I agree. It would be great. I'd want like a 6,000, 7,000 piece Enterprise. I think it'd be awesome. Like this big. Be cool. So I didn't mind the first J.J. Abrams Star Trek. I didn't think it was as clever or as smart as the original Star Treks, but I thought it was a pretty good movie. Michael Benga says, then design them, Mr. J. Oh, man, I'm really nervous about trying to design Lego models based off already existing IPs because you got to be really accurate. Like when I do a boat, I'll just show you really quick here. This boat here that I did, I was able to take design cues from other ships that actually exist, but I didn't have to follow any exact formula. So I had a lot of freedom. When you do like an actual IP that already exists, you got to be bang on accurate. Maybe I could nail it. The other problem is I design everything digitally first. So I might design it nice in the digital program and then try to build it. It might fall apart. With a custom boat, you can make sure for the most part it's secure while you're designing it. So I don't know, if I was to actually design a legit model, something that already exists, be really picky about what it is, and I'm not sure what I would do. Juan says, I did like them. I was able to separate the old and new. Yeah, exactly. If you just kind of view them as their own entities, then they're not too bad. I gave JJ the chance as he was part of Lost TV show, which I loved. Heard great things about that show. Didn't watch it only because I heard the ending was crap. That's how Game of Thrones got me, because I loved Game of Thrones, but the ending was complete garbage. And yeah, it's, heard that same thing happen with Lost. Mike says, I saw the video you posted. Thank you for checking it out. I'm not gonna lie, I've already started designing a new one, but another mega one, which I'm estimating right now will be probably 5.5 feet long by a foot wide. And I'm assuming it's probably going to be 25,000 to 30,000 pieces if I actually go through with it and if I actually finish designing it. But I've already started and it's at 2,000 pieces already, and I've only done the bottom front hull. Juan says, I was not a fan of the ending, but learned to appreciate his vision. I can respect that. I feel like he did pretty good with The Force Awakens as well. But then when he got to The Last Jedi, or what was the third Star Wars movie? The Rise of Skywalker, he had garbage to work with, so he was doomed anyways. And I like the first Star Trek movie, the second one's alright, the third one's alright. But his first one was pretty good. Did I do these right? Yes, good. Mike, maybe I should make a Lego drum set. Mike's a fabulous drummer for those watching. One of the best drummers I have ever played with. If you can't tell by the guitars in the background, I'm also the musician. And Mike and I used to jam way back in the day. And he still is, I know he hasn't drummed in a while, really good drummer. Timing is just extremely good. And he likes the weird timing stuff like himself. What bands are you listening to these days, Mike? I don't want to jinx myself, but I'm surprised I haven't messed anything up yet. Yep. Actually, I'd say the weirdest thing I've made in Lego so far, or designed, was someone reached out to me and asked me to design a Lego fish, a sturgeon. It was actually really cool. I thought about maybe trying to do stuff like that more, where I could let people ask me to design stuff and I'll just take a stab at it, as long as it's not too ridiculous. We're getting through these pieces. Mike Wubenga, I made one years ago. Make a whole stage out of the Mega Block skate park. Nice. I'm assuming you made a stage. You know, I think I might have did that when I was a kid myself. Made like a Lego stage with guitars and drums and everything. Yeah. I think it was last stream, Rob Young and I were talking about making a full-scale Lego guitar. So basically try to make one of these guitars out of Lego. I think it was Rob. Someone else. Might have been William. I don't think he's here though. Ah, 'tis time to merge these pieces together. Let it become one. This goes this way. Yes? Yes? Okay. Goes there. Mike, you did. I saw what you did. You had to make one when I had the perfect pieces. Yes. Mike, you got a better memory than I do, man. I think having kids just made my memory go to complete crap. My wife will tell you. She will confirm that. I don't even know if she's still tuning in, but... those and this one and this one. Yes, good. Okay. Oh, and we need two of these pieces as well. Uh-oh. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Slav says, I ordered the Dune Ornithopter set. It's me, Dion. Oh, hey, how's it going? And also, that's That's pretty sweet. The guy who designed that's like one of the best Lego designers out there. I think he designed the Titanic, if I remember correctly. Could be wrong. But he's supposed to be like the best one. He just does all the coolest sets. Everybody loves him. And that set itself is awesome. Oh, I did that wrong. Slav, do you know how much that set cost? I think it's like 1,200 pieces or something, because I thought about getting it myself. Because I actually really like the new Dune movies. Mike says Linkin Park and Papa Roach to add to the Korn Rob Zombie, White Zombie. Oh yeah, I remember those days. Old school Korn too, and that was back when Linkin Park. Well, Linkin Park's always been good, but I still think Infest is Papa Roach's best album. It's when they were the most original and they were the most themselves, in my opinion. And that would have been the album we were listening to, I believe. 215? Dang. Where are you? Are you in Canada or US? Or somewhere else? Because what if that's 215 US, which means it'd be like 250 Canadian? You know, I'm cheap. Apparently I'm cheap. Cool, we're talking metal. Yes. What's some of your favorite metal bands? Not gonna lie, Slav, you have a metal name. Slavador? Your name is metal as hell, and I love it. Alberta. Okay, so you're in Canada too. So 215. Yeah. What's the piece count? I gotta know what the piece count is. I'm gonna look it up. We're looking at... Let me pull my keyboard out here. Oh, I got it backwards. And I'm hitting buttons. Oh, jeez. Okay. Put that here. Lego Ornithopter. Piece count. Oh, I typed it in wrong. Exclusive sets. Oh, it's taking its time loading. Here it is. How many pieces is it? Sorry, you guys can't see my screen right now. Okay, so it's 1,369 pieces. Okay. Yeah, $215 for basically 1,400 pieces. I just can't do that. And it's not even like don't get me wrong, I realize that Dune is a pretty good IP, but it's not like Star Wars levels in terms of popularity, I mean. Like, it's not like there's a ton of people going and buying Dune sets versus Lego Star Wars sets. So I just feel like $213, that's quite the premium. I could also be very cheap. And if I am cheap, you just go ahead and tell me right in chat. That's fine with me. Because my wife also can confirm that I'm cheap. Or am I wrong? You guys let me know. Like, if you think, like, do you think that's good value? And I'm not discrediting it if you want to purchase that. Casual Shiny Hunter says, hello. How's it going? Is that your actual name? A Casual Shiny Hunter? I mean this with all respect, but I don't know if being shiny while you're hunting is a good thing. You know, the animals might spot you. Still got 6 viewers in the house. I appreciate you guys checking out the stream. We are discussing metal music and movies and Lego pricing. And also that I am cheap. What time we got? It's 8:38. We're moving along pretty good. What we got next? Casual Shiny Hunter, where are you from? If you don't mind me asking. How's things going in Alberta, Slav? I feel like it's got to be better than Ontario. I mean, is there any really great places in Canada right now? Slav says OG stuff like Sabbath, April Wine, Van Halen, Pink Floyd, newer stuff like Slayer, Venom, Metallica, Megadeth, Anthrax is great too. Yes, all great choices. I'll be honest, I don't know a ton of April Wine. I know obviously a little bit of Van Halen, Pink Floyd. Love Slayer. Don't know Venom too well. Love Metallica, love Megadeth. Anthrax was great too. I agree with that. Metallica, man, I gotta say, I really appreciate that the dudes are 60 now and they're still kicking ass. Like big time. They have that whole new stage set up. Their live shows look like they'd be awesome. I saw them 20 years ago at the Palace of Auburn Hills. It was close to 20 years ago, and it was a great show. And I'd love to see them again. Yeah, and Slayer too. Sucks Slayer's not making music anymore. They were good. My favorite Slayer song is Rain and Blood. No, Bloodline. That's what it is. Something to do with blood, obviously. You know, classic Slayer stuff. This good angle. There we go, yeah. We are up to 7 viewers. Welcome to the stream, everybody. We are building the Lego AT-AT. This is right. Yeah, yes. Yes, that is good. Slav says it's -7 Celsius, warmer than usual. Yep, Canada is all kinds of messed up. Yeah, it really is, man. You wouldn't expect it to be like this just a couple years ago, but Canada has gotten ridiculously not reliable, not fun, and kind of scary where it's going. Not that I want to get political, and I'm going to try to avoid that, but yeah, it's crazy times right now. But I think it's like that all over the world for the most part. Obviously, varying differences between countries, but everything's just stupid expensive. Groceries almost cost as much as Lego now. Crazy. It's we're starting to get cold weather here too. But it's not too bad yet. We've had one snow, but it's already gone. Don't think it'll be snowy for Christmas. And this one, and that one, and this one. Yeah. Is that everything? Slav says I won't get political either, but what I will say is things are climbing in price. Yeah, it's like ridiculous, man. Everything too, and the worst part is once one company raises their prices, another company raises their prices to keep up, so they all just keep going up and up, and it's bad and scary, man. Scary times. The Land Provost says, as long as we don't get another crazy snowstorm like last Christmas, that was wild. That is true. Yeah, last Christmas was crazy. Although things were slightly cheaper back then, which was nice. Feels like I missed a part here. Is this? Oh, no, there's another one right here. Oh, I should switch back to this camera. Sorry, everybody. Slav says, by the way, that Dune set was $165 Canadian when it was on pre-order. Oh, that's pretty reasonable. That's actually very reasonable, especially for Canadian pricing. And again, so I might just be like old school and I need to update myself with the times. Like, because I see all the Lego sets are getting considerably more expensive. I always thought the good ratio was if you could get 10 pieces for $1, that was a good ratio. And now it kind of seems like it's more like, 6 or 7 pieces for each dollar. But maybe that's just the price of things and I need to actually adjust and accept that and stop being cheap. Jamie McConnell, how's it going, man? He says, I'm jealous. I want one of those. I'm assuming you're talking about the Lego model and not myself. Jamie McConnell is another fellow musician. Him, myself, and Mike Wabenga used to jam back in the day. How you been, man? You know what? I'll probably get that Dune set if it actually goes on sale. That's one movie I'm actually going to go see in the theater. The new one, once it comes out. And I don't go to the theater that often anymore, but there's another one I'm really excited for. Did you guys like the new Mad Max movie that came out, I think 7 or 8 years ago? with Tom Hardy. So there is a new one coming out called Furiosa, which is a prequel for Charlize Theron's character, Furiosa, and I watched a preview and it looks really good. So that, Furiosa, and the new Dune movie are the two I'm most excited for right now. The Japindian speaks, says Mike. We're just building a giant Lego robot, no big deal. Yeah, see, Mike's got a good memory. I forgot we used to call him the Japindian. Not offensive at all. In the flesh, says Jamie. Welcome to the stream, dude. What you saying? Down. And these go like so. Yes, this is correct. Good stuff. Okay. Moving on to the next part. Here we go. Slav says, there are a few Lego sets that are under 10 cents per part now. Viking Village and Riverdale are two I can think of off the top of my head. Yeah, those are really good sets too. I've heard nothing but good things for both of those sets. You know what? I'm not sure if Luann's still here, but I forgot about the Rivendell one. That one's actually one I'd really like to get. That set. I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fans. I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan, at least for the Michael Jackson trilogy. Peter Jackson trilogy. Imagine if Michael Jackson did a Lord of the Rings film. Bring the ring to Sauron. Chick Chimona. Jay McConnell, what's the plan to keep the kids from wrecking? Mine will not last long. High shelves. Many shelves. Yeah, I won't lie. So the one young one, he's like 2 years old now. He definitely wants to touch stuff and wreck things, but Liam's pretty good. He's 5 now. And I'm going to show you guys something that's a little messy. Don't mind the mess, but my wife and I actually just picked that up for our kids. That little table right there, it's a Lego table. So Liam and Luke, they're kind of really getting into building stuff now. And we got them their own table, so I'm hoping that we can keep that in the Lego area, and that'll keep them occupied and away from the expensive sets. I agree, Luann. I'm assuming you're talking about the Rivendell set. Wait, are you a fan of Lord of the Rings? I know you mentioned you're not a fan of Harry Potter, but just curious. I would definitely say I like Lord of the Rings more than Harry Potter. Because I actually have a suggestion if you do like Lord of the Rings. Mike Wabinga, you're telling me the Lord of the Rings wasn't made by Michael Jackson? I hate to break it to you, but it's not. Man, I got some really offensive Michael Jackson jokes, but I probably shouldn't say them. No, I'm gonna try to be good. Slav says that's a sweet table. Thank you very much. I totally designed it myself, and by that I mean I followed the instructions that Costco provided. Where was I? Yes, right here. Right here. Luann says I do like Lord of the Rings. Okay, the reason I ask is because I also love Lord of the Rings, and I loved Game of Thrones. And if you want a show that puts those two together and is like very good, top notch, you got to check out Wheel of Time on Amazon Prime Video. It's a phenomenal show. The beginning's a little slow, but it gets, actually no, I would say the beginning's pretty intense, because I thought it was a little slow, but then I rewatched it with my wife, and she's like, this is intense, and I realized she was correct as usual. But it is a phenomenal show. There's 2 seasons out now. If you like Lord of the Rings, definitely check out Wheel of Time. Slav says, I read all of Tolkien's work. I'm a huge fan, was a big D&D nerd back in the early 80s. A couple things there. I read the books myself as well. I only read them once, though. I'm not going to lie. This is no bad talk to Tolkien, because he's phenomenal. The style was a little too slow for me. And I did try to reread them. The only problem was I tried rereading them after I read the Song of Ice and Fire series by George Martin. And I just love the way George R. R. Martin writes. If he would ever finish the 6th book in the series, that would be great, but he's probably never going to. But anyways, ever since I read his style of writing, I have a hard time reading anything. But I will say, when I read Lord of the Rings back in the day when I was younger, I did enjoy the book series. It was pretty good. Your next point there about Dungeons and Dragons, I've never played it myself, but I've always wanted to try it. Michael Mega, Peter Jackson apparently had a thing with kids. Michael Jackson had a thing for hobbits, so I've been told. Yeah. I'm not touching that one. That was kind of a joke in itself. Luann says, thank you. I always need new shows to binge, and Game of Thrones was amazing besides the last season. Yes, okay, if you love Game of Thrones, you have to check out Wheel of Time. 100%. You'll love it. I have no doubt. It is like Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones. They had a baby. They got rid of the 7th and 8th season of Game of Thrones. They had a baby, and the baby's beautiful. And I cannot wait for season 3. Slav says, I've been reading lots of sci-fi, Oprah, written by David Weaver. Oprah. Oh my god. I'm an idiot. Sci-fi Oprah. Sci-fi opera is what he means, obviously. I just can't read. Written by David Weaver. Let me write that. David Weaver. Is it David Weaver or David Weber? Let's go here. If you like sci-fi, Slav, you should check out the Expanse books. And the show. The show is really good, too. One of my favorite shows, actually. Some of the best realistic sci-fi I've ever read and or watched. Luann Provost says, I trust your judgment. Not gonna lie, not a lot of females say that to me. Slav says, military sci-fi opera. Weber, gotcha. Okay, cool, man. I have written the name down and I'll check it out because I am a huge sci-fi fan myself. If you can't tell. Alright, let's go back to my pieces. Unfortunately, Jamie, it is not. Jamie's asking if that's my music in the background. No, I don't have a ton of time to actually do music production anymore. The music you're hearing is from Epidemic Sounds, because they have really good music. And I feel like I could still make music like that, but to make it that quality would take a lot of time. I just don't really have. Actually, no, I shouldn't say that. I do have the time if I wasn't doing other things. But I'm sure everyone watching knows that once you got those kids, man, you really have to pick where you want to invest your time. And I'm not trying to make excuses, just saying how it is. For me, I'm definitely investing a good amount of time in this Lego stuff. And my buddy, Luann, you know, Matt Deneau, myself, and him, we're making a board game. And so between that and my Lego projects, that's taking up pretty much all my free time. I do miss making music. I just find, you know, I really want to make metal music and or techno / electronic, but just don't think there's a ton of people that want to hear metal. And I know you should just make it for yourself. It shouldn't be about what other people do. Oh, I'm getting a phone call. Do not know that number. Goodbye. Where was I? I can't remember. Slav says, I like Expanse, only watched it on TV. Good stuff. Love The Expanse. He also says John Ringo is another great author of the same genre. Okay. Michael Banga says, just saying I have a drum kit. I know, man. I hear you. I've got a guitar as well. I can't even play like I used to anyways. I know I could pick it up again if I wanted to. Luann says, what? Okay, it's really cool. I'd love to see the game once you finish that. Should have been more prepared because... can I show you anything? I could show you a couple quick things if you want. I have some player cards and some of our like deck cards and stuff like that if you guys want to see. But basically, it's going to be a sci-fi / fantasy version of Catan meets Risk. You have teams, you land on a planet, and you basically build an army, you collect resources, and you fight each other. Jamie McConnell says, bet you're still a million times better than Spenny. Yeah, I have some opinions about that time wasted show that I'm not going to get into. I will say Spenny was a dink, but there was things we could have done differently too. That probably could have changed the way it went, but there is no denying that he was extremely unprofessional, and he could have handled the situation a lot differently as well. That's another story, though, for another day. I'm breaking stuff. See, I'm getting all flustered. Luann says, oh, hell yeah, I'm a huge Catan nerd, LMFAO, and spent a lot of hours playing Risk growing up with my siblings. Okay, give me 1 second. I will be right back. Okay, so it's probably going to be a little awkward because I don't have it set up to be on the stream, but I can show you a couple things here. So this is an example of one of our player cards. Is that going to focus? Focus. So this is one of the teams you can play as. As you can see, this is like the faction name. They're called the Blood Syndicate. And these are your units you can build. Some of this has already changed. This is an older player card. But you have your units like your artillery, your airship, your commander, your base and bunker, infantry, and these units have different strengths and different abilities and stuff. And there's also like, oh, that's our artwork for the front of the game, like the game board box. The game has world bosses. So on the map, not only are you fighting each other, but you can go choose to fight world bosses that exist on the map. And I'm giving you guys the really quick version. Anyways, these bosses, they give you rewards, they give you resources, they give you extra powers and items, stuff like that. What else we got here? So there's 6 teams. There's that one. There's like Divine Crusade, Untamed Earth, stuff like that. These are cards that you can play throughout the game. So basically every round, every player has certain phases they got to follow during the game. I'll try to wrap this up quick because I know it's supposed to be with Lego. But yeah, every player has certain things they got to do every round. And the first thing they do is they pull battle deck cards. So these cards increase your abilities and give you special items and stuff like that. There's one more thing I want to show you though, because I'm not going to get into the mechanics of it because it is a little complex. It would take a lot to explain. But I will show you the map. And the way I'll do that is you do it on the webcam here. So this, and hopefully you guys find this interesting. This is probably a really weird detour from the Lego video. And let me see here. Here. Bear with me here. Stuff. Map. Where's map? Where's map? So, this is the map of our board game. So this is the game's map. We've actually already printed it. We've done a couple game testing. I know it's a little hard to see because I'm showing you through a webcam right now, but as you can see, this is the tiles, the way you move, they're all hexagon. There's like a wall area here with some really powerful resources. All these teal crystals are resource fields. These emblems are basically starting locations for your teams and your factions and whatnot. We've gotten into really good detail here with the map too. Like, you know, there's locations like Undervault, Future Waters, you know, Tempest Sea. Obviously very sci-fi fantasy sort of thing, but yeah, that's where we're at. We started game testing. We're still doing lots of changes and lots of designs and stuff like that. Yeah, since you asked, I had to show you. So yeah, actually, if you're interested, we are looking for game testers. So if you want to test the game with us, let us know and we can make that happen. All right, I'm going to go back to Lego now because that was a complete detour tangent. But LeMan got me excited about our game, so I had to talk about it a little bit. Michael Benga says, I haven't played in 6 years. I can't play either. We can make old man metal, or early Metallica, as I call it. Yeah, I see what you did there. Luann says, that's super interesting. I think it's awesome of you guys to do that together. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Slav says, that's an awesome game. No friends live near me. Appreciate the first comment, and I'm sad to hear no friends live near me. Yeah, put a Halls in here if you don't mind. Still kicking at 7 viewers. Thank you, everyone, for sticking around. Luann says, totally down a game test. I'll be a guinea pig. Okay, well, I'm going to hold you to that because we're trying to test a couple times every week. So I'm absolutely going to reach out to you and see if you can test with us sometime soon here. It's a pretty fun game. So far we've played, and obviously I'm a little biased because I'm one of the creators of the game, but so far so good. It's very fun. It's very engaging. It's very strategic, though. Okay. So we'll get back to the Lego building here. Mike, I have no doubt I will eventually get back into music at some point in time. It is in my blood. You know what I can see happening, actually, is I got a feeling my kids will get into music. And then that'll encourage me to get back into it. Slav says, did you ever hear of a game called HeroScape? No, I did not. What type of game is it? Sorry, can't speak right now. What type of game is it? Is it like strategy? Is it, you know, Risk like Catan? Is it Monopoly? Oh, keep knocking this piece off. Oh, doing that backwards. Sci-fi, fantasy. I think it was you. Someone mentioned Dungeons and Dragons earlier, and yeah, it was you, pretty sure. I do want to try that sometime because it does look pretty cool. I'm a little nervous though. It seems like there's a lot to know. But you might be able to tell me, is it easily accessible for newcomers? Luann, I think you said you like playing Catan. Matt is a huge Catan fan. I'll be honest, I haven't tried it yet myself, but it does look awesome. And I read a lot about it, and our game definitely takes a few design cues from that. I mean, you can see by the hexagons that it has that similarity in terms of mapping as well. Mike says I'll play against Luann in testing. All right, so you want to do some play testing as well, Mike? Noted. Slav says, turn-based strategy with minifigures and a hex map. It spans all ages from Romans to aliens and everything in between. That sounds, in terms of strategy, minifigures, and hex, that sounds similar to ours. I think I have heard of that. You start off like in the old ages, and then as you continue the game, you kind of build up, become more powerful and advance. Like actually through technology and everything. I think I've heard of it. Wait a minute. Our game's not too similar to that, is it? Our mechanics are very different than anything we could look up, I should say that. You know what, now you told me that, I'm going to look it up because I want to make sure our stuff's not too similar. Went under around 2004. Understood. Oh, almost got lost for a minute there. My phone, everything good? Sure. Yes, yes, yes. No, your game is good. Your game is different. Okay, good, good. I mean, no matter what, you can't make a game fully original. There's always going to be some similarities. I mean, just having dice is similar, right? But we are really trying to ensure that our game is as original as we can get it in terms of theme, the storyline. There is going to be a storyline. like the way it's played, the mechanics. We're trying to make it as original as possible. The biggest goal for us is we want to make sure that it is fun. So the way Matt and I work is we're not afraid to cut content or just remove things or hold on to things too much, because we don't hold anything too dear. Even if we think it's a good idea, we test it, and if it's not a good idea, we scrap it. We want to make sure it's actually fun and balanced and fair. And that's what we're really striving for. We've been game testing now for about 3 weeks. Slav says I have every set they made, including exclusives. I'm going to check the game out, man, tomorrow, because I'm definitely curious, especially because it does sound like it's a little similar to what we're designing. Yep. We are getting through these pieces. There's not many left until the next bag. We're at 9 viewers. Any new viewers who are tuning in, you want to say hello? How is it going? If you don't, you want to stay silent, that's cool too. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for checking out the stream. That's correct. Yes. Good. Look up HeroScape. You build the hex maps. They're plastic. All right, so I'm writing that down as well. One thing I love about doing live streams is you guys always give me cool stuff to get. HeroScape. I have written it down. Mike says we have some lifelong hatreds that can only be solved in a prototype board game, because 30 minutes ago I decided to hate Luann, so this had to happen. Luann, Michael Benga is calling you out. And he has decided that you must meet on the battlefield. What did I do? What did I do? Did I mess something up? No. Oh, okay, we're good. We're good. We're okay. Let's... Right. Got distracted talking and almost messed up. I think Mike wants to fight you, Luann. What's up, Dennis Charlton? Rock on. You know, Dennis, Mike and I were talking about the gold rush earlier. You remember that? Is that going in? Yes, yeah. That is not correct. That goes here. Good. Back to this one. Dennis is another awesome guy. He is a fellow Lego enthusiast and knows his stuff. And he had the coolest sets when we were growing up, I remember. I was a little peanut butter and jealous, if I'm being honest with you. Slav says there was a Marvel Heroes expansion set too. Really? Okay. So, the guy I was telling you about that I'm building this game with, I work with, his name is Matt. I'm going to be telling him about this tomorrow. We'll probably look up the game together. Obviously during breaks, not during work hours. Dennis says, oh yeah, best build ever. It was. If I remember correctly, the Gold Rush roller coaster literally took over your whole basement. It was awesome. That's good. Good. These guys... I messed up somewhere. I must have. Oh no, I didn't. Did I? I think I just put the pieces in this bag. There's one. Yep. And we'll find the other when we dump it out. Let's go here. Luann says, laugh my ass off, no worries. I'm sure it'd be fun to kick your ass in a board game. Oh, you're getting called out, Mike. Y'all big talkers, but we'll see what happens. You know what? This actually excites me, because if you guys are talking like that, I have no doubt you will love the game. Because it's that type of game. So far, when we've played, it's been rather intense sometimes in a good way. there. And let's go here. You know what? If we ever do the game testing with y'all, I think we should take bets on who's going to win between Luann and Mike. Jamie McConnell, what's needed to be a tester for it? Nothing. Just passion for gaming and patience. And understanding that it's not all ironed out and there's still kinks that we're trying to work out. And it's not perfect yet. And that's what we're trying to solve. But if you have a little bit of patience and you want to have some fun and you enjoy gaming, then we would absolutely love to have you as a tester. Now what I'm worried about is I have these two pieces here left over. And I wonder if I missed putting them somewhere. I'm just gonna look back really quick. See my pieces. Is that? No. Jamie, you want to be a tester? Perfect makes practice. Yes. But also in reverse. I feel like, you know what, these pieces might be from the next bag. But as I mentioned before, I built part of this with my son already, and then I kind of took it apart and reversed and put the pieces back in their associated bags, and I might have added these to the wrong bag. I'm not seeing these anywhere. But we're going to leave those there for now. And we're going to dump out bag 2. I'll just show you where we're at here too, so you guys can see. Let's do this full screen. This is what we got so far. So that's obviously the base part, and I'm breaking it. Yep, there we go. This is where the legs would go. So one leg here and one leg here, and then same on the other side. Let's get into bag 2. Jamie, if you want to, we would love to have new game testers. So it's awesome hearing that you, Luann, and Mike want to test, because we need more people. We need people with different opinions. We need to try everyone we can so we can get the most information we can from testers. Flav says, I'd love to be a tester. Unfortunately, my 96-year-old granny requires constant attention. She has dementia. I'm sorry to hear that, man. But obviously that need would be the most important. 96, man. She has probably seen some shit. Shouldn't have swore. She's probably seen some stuff. That's what I should have said. Maybe we can, so the truth is, Matt and I have looked into this. When you start creating a game and you get it to the point of where, okay, all the physical stuff's good, it's time to start really commercially testing it, sort of thing. You're supposed to make a digital version of your game anyways. So once we get to that point, if we get to that point, I would absolutely send it to you so you could play a digital version of it. And then obviously if we ever got to commercial level, which we're not even trying to think about that right now, we would, you could get a copy essentially. Jamie says he is down for testing, and absolutely, I will, like, I'm not talking out my ass here either. Luann, Mike, and Jamie, we will absolutely get you guys for testing, because we need testers. So consider yourselves in. I will reach out to you at some point. And Slav, you too, if you lived around here, you could absolutely get them too. We would come to you. Your grandma could play with us. I need a couple more pieces. So we are planning on testing this weekend. I just don't know if it's going to be Friday or Saturday yet. See if we can get one of you guys in. Slav says, that's why I moved. All my Legos packed, as I have only my bedroom and it's small. I have about a quarter of the space. I know it probably sucks having your stuff packed up, man, but, you know, it's not like it'll be packed up forever. Eventually you'll be able to pull that stuff out and use it again and build some stuff. And, you know, everything comes in phases. Could you, like, yeah. He says I'm in Alberta. That's a heck of a commute. Yeah, maybe we'll have to go test in Alberta sometime. I don't know. I've always wanted to go back out there. I went out there when I was really young, like 4 or 5, and I only remember small bits and pieces of it. There is a piece. There it is. That's what I'm looking for. All right, let's bring this guy back in. You guys might not care, but do you prefer this shot or just the full overhead shot? There's this one too, but I feel like you guys probably want to see the build. If you like the full overhead or this one, let me know. You're not going to offend me if you'd rather just have full overhead. Don't worry. I'll leave it here for now, but you might not even care. I know you probably get sick of people saying it, Slav, but I would just want to go back to Alberta just to see the scenery, man. It's way cooler than what we got here. Everything here is flat as hell. Set that there. All right, let's move along. Like, seriously, it is just nothing but flatness here. Dennis, you still in the chat? Jamie McConnell says, gotta get the Mr. J mug in there. Where's the Mr. J mug? I'm talking about the Jimmy the Beer Can mug? Slav says, the non-full overhead. Absolutely, the scenery here is beautiful. The non-full overhead. I'm assuming you mean this scene. The non-full overhead? Okay. Absolutely, the scenery here is... Yes. 100%. I've seen pictures because my mom just went there recently for a trip. The face shot. You coming on to me, Jamie? Because I'm interested. What you saying? I'm just kidding. Or am I? I need... Where? There it is. And... I'll use this guy. Jamie, I'm going to try that line on my wife. Let you know how it goes. Oh, I did something wrong here. I don't need that piece. Slav says, yes, what you have going now is good. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Slav has spoken, so I shall leave it as is. Did I do that right? Yes, okay. So that goes... Red is there. Yep. So... Cool. Oh, right. Gotta build this one, too. You know, it's crazy how many adults are actually into Lego. I went through a dark age, as they call it. I think for basically... Oh, thanks, honey. My wife has spoken. She says the dual shot is good. Thanks, babe. I don't know why I snapped at you. It's just what I do. Yeah, it's surprising to me, and a good thing, and refreshing to see how many adults are into Lego. It kind of has that stigma sometimes where it's like, oh, it's a kid's toy, but I mean, this is pretty complex to be a kid's toy. Jess says I never snap. Is that a test? I get angry sometimes. Like if there's no bacon. Okay. And now we're putting this here. Cool. Now we get to build the section that goes right here. I think it's going to be good. I meant your fingers. That's what my wife said. No comment. There's a dirty joke there, but I'm not going to say it. We still got in chat with us. What are we looking at? 9:18? Oh, it's still pretty early. We can get past this section onto the next bag. I don't know if we're going to finish this box tonight, though. There's still half the box left full of pieces, so we'll see how far we get. Good news, honey. The children have not woken up. This monitor hasn't gone off yet, so they're still sleeping. Where are we here? Okay, this guy. Jess says good. Uh-oh, am I missing some pieces? Must be, yes, somewhat. Oh, there's one. And one more. Not hiding in these big wheel pieces, are they? Bear with me, I'm just looking for a piece. That sounded dirty, I meant a piece of Lego. There it is. Oh, we're back up to 8 viewers. People are tuning in. How is it going, everybody? Any new people tuning in? We're building this, in case you're wondering. Yeah, it's basically a big Lego robot from Star Wars. Which is totally practical. The Empire was really thinking when they designed it. But it looks cool, let's be honest. Who's all still in chat? We got Mike, Luann still. Dennis, you still here? Actually, one of my favorite memories is with Dennis when we went and saw Rammstein. It's been over a year since we went. Not sure if he's still here, but think about that concert all the time. It's my favorite concert I've ever been to. Think Slav. Was Slav, you were talking about you enjoy metal too. Do you like Rammstein by chance? Luann is still here. What's up, Luann? Slav says I'm still here, just a little busy. Well, thanks for still watching while being busy. It's dedication. Mike says, I hope Dennis Charlton is still here. He misses you, Dennis. One, two, three, four. Oh. And there we go, one more. Is anyone here Star Wars fans? Out of curiosity? I know a couple people said they prefer Star Trek. Slav says Rammstein is good. I agree. They are fantastic. So Rammstein has the best live show I've ever seen. Mike, he probably left to go rebuild the Gold Rush. Which you can't blame him for that. Can't fault him. So like I'm worried, Slab, that if I ever go see another live band, nothing will compare to how awesome Rammstein was, because their live show was just phenomenal. Still need this guy and this, and bear with me here. A lot of small pieces in this to get through. I'm looking for a 3x1 dark gray. 3x1 dark gray. Oh, there's pieces everywhere. Oh, come on. Where is it? Where is it? Let's place these ones for now, at least. Those there. David McConnell says, my 8-year-old and 4-year-old just got into it. It's glorious. My youngest walks around saying, hello there. Hello there. General Kenobi. There it is. That's pretty sweet that you're starting them on the prequels. I think the prequels get a bad rap. A lot of people don't like them, but I think they're actually pretty good. I mean, I still prefer the original trilogy, but Prequels are pretty good, especially number 3 and number 1 even. And I actually got to say, Attack of the Clones is not the greatest movie. A lot of people hate on Hayden Christensen for it, but I think he actually did the best he could with the material he was given. Like, he basically had to say the lines that George Lucas wrote. And a lot of people, I think, forget that it's not always up to the actor. They don't always have a choice in what they have to do in terms of dialogue and how they have to act. So I think the prequels gets a bad rap, a lot of hate, but I think it's better than most people give it credit for, in my opinion. Blame the sand. Yes, of course. It gets everywhere. Wait, are you saying blame the sand people? That's racist. You gotta watch yourself. They move in single file too. Keep that in mind. Where we go? Oh, I'm losing all my pieces here. There it is. Did you like the new ones, Jamie? The new trilogy with Rey Skywalker? Or if that's even her real last name. Those. Oh, there it is. And I need that right there. Alright, where are we at? Dennis Charlton says, how's the build so far? Very good so far. It doesn't look like much yet. This is basically what it looks like. Just the lower base section. For anyone wondering, I am obviously not going to finish this tonight by any means. I'm going to be doing some more streaming tomorrow. If anyone wants to tune back in. So far, so good. I would say it's a good building process. There's not a lot of repetition, which I like. Although I am a little worried about when I get to the legs, because I'm sure it's going to be a lot of repetition. Jamie McConnell says, Matt, I started getting more into the story-based movies like Rogue One. The Disney Plus series are good too. Couldn't agree with you more, man. Loved Andor. Ahsoka was pretty good. Loved Rogue One. It's my favorite new Star Wars movie. I thought Force Awakens had good potential, but then it just went to complete crap with The Last Jedi, in my opinion. I appreciate them trying to do something new, but I just don't think Rian Johnson did it the right way. That's just my opinion. I mean, you had the best opportunity to bring back Han, Luke, and Leia. And I'm not saying you should have made the movie about them, but you could have gave them at least one good heroic moment where they're all just kicking ass and they're not sad, old, decrepit people, which is for some reason what Disney wanted to make them. And they didn't even use that opportunity. It's just like, I don't know what they were thinking. They had a formula for success and they kind of blew it, in my opinion. I think, too, what really frustrates me is they made the first one, The Force Awakens, and it seemed like they had a plan, but there was no plan. They just were making each movie as they went. So there was no overarching plan, which it's like, what were you thinking? And then each director wants to put their own spin on it. And it was just recipe for disaster. And then don't get me started on Kathleen Kennedy. Slav says, I like Rogue One, was the best movie of all. I agree with you 100%, especially the scene at the end with Darth Vader where he kicks ass. Dennis Charlton says, just starting Ahsoka tonight after finishing Rebels. Ahsoka's pretty good. Rebels is the animated one, right? I think I asked you this already, but I think I'm going to try watching it with Liam. Just don't know if he's old enough yet. He's only 5. More so, I don't know if he'd be interested in it yet because he's only 5. But you let me know what you think. Dennis says, what demonstrates that the best is the scene where Leia sees Rey and walks right past Chewie. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It's like, it's just stupid. And not to sound like a broken record, because I know everyone's probably heard this 1,000 times, but yeah, Rey's the whole Mary Sue thing. Like, She doesn't have any arch to go through or arc to go through. She's just can do everything. She's awesome and everything. It's like, that's not what makes a good character. A good character should be like actually have struggle and have a starting point and learn something and have weaknesses. Like, that's what makes good characters. People who are real. And I know it's Star Wars movie. It's supposed to be for kids, they say, but it's like, you can still make it meaningful. It really means a lot to me, if you can't tell. I had good hopes for the new trilogy, but kind of went crap. It's funny, too, because everyone harped on George Lucas for the prequels, but it's like, maybe we should have let him do the trilogy, because it's not like Disney did it any better than what he would have did. He probably would have did it better. At least it would have been a coherent story that had a beginning, middle, and end. I cannot find the piece I'm looking for. These are not the pieces you're looking for. You can go about your business. All right, well, we can find that one as we go. Okay. Yes. There we have here. I take movies very seriously, if you can't tell. Probably drives my wife nuts. It's hard for me to just, like, the Marvel movies, for example. I don't mind them. They're pretty good, but kind of just, there's a lot of, like, you know, cheeky, like, one-liners, and there's always trying to put humor in every part, and that's fine. But it's really hard for me to, like, really take it to the next level where I'm like, man, I really respect this movie. I thought everything they did with Endgame and Infinity War was very good. I think everything after that wasn't very good. That's just how I am with movies. I really want them to be meaningful and make me think, sort of thing. And I think Star Wars has that potential. That's what I love about TV shows these days. Like I was saying to Luann earlier, Wheel of Time, Game of Thrones, all those shows really make you think. The Expanse, they're a lot smarter. They're not just for entertainment. They actually have some value in terms of making you think and use your brain. And things actually make sense, which I'm a big fan of. Totally just rambling right now about movies. I was talking about earlier, but did anyone see the trailer for the new Mad Max movie? I guess it's not even about Mad Max. It's about Furiosa. Anyone? It looks really good. Nope, not that one. Where are we at? That's good. Wheel of Time is on Prime, yes. Let's put that aside. I would say Wheel of Time's probably my favorite show right now. I really like... What's the other one that's coming out soon? Oh, The Crown. I like The Crown, too. They're releasing the second part of Season 6 soon. And House of the Dragon. You said you like Game of Thrones, Luann. Did you watch House of the Dragon at all? House of the Dragon's pretty good. Slav says, I want to see the Furiosa trailer. Still haven't. After the stream, I'll look it up. Thanks, Jeff. I think you will not regret it. And don't be afraid to tune out from the stream to look at it now if you want. It's worth it. You do what you got to do, man. I really liked the last Mad Max movie, though, and it looks like they're following the exact same formula, with obviously some changes, so I'm quite excited for it. House of the Dragon is good. Yep, I think they did very good with it. Couldn't have asked for a better follow-up to be in the same vein of Game of Thrones, but be its own story. Mind you, they actually had book material to work with. Well, they had the broad strokes of the story, anyways. Luann says, I haven't watched that one either, but I heard good things. Absolutely worth watching. I would say it's pretty much as good and as close to Game of Thrones and the good part of Game of Thrones as you're going to get, in my opinion. I feel like I'm not doing a good job of showing everything on screen here. That there. We'll kind of close these pieces in a little bit. You guys can see what I'm working on. Those. Yeah. I love how I try to condense this pile and then I'm like, yeah, I need to find a piece, so I'll just expand it again. Anybody watch Yellowstone? Okay. Yellowstone with Kevin Costner. You know, he's another actor that a lot of people hate on, but I love Kevin Costner, especially back in the day. He did Waterworld. Waterworld was a movie that a lot of people don't like, but I actually love that movie. I think it's because I watched it a lot when I was a kid, so I have a bias. These guys. Those. All right. I think of other good shows that I've watched recently. Ah, did I do that right? Okay, I did. Thought I messed up. This goes like so, yes. Nope, like that. Oh, almost messed you up. Oh, I did mess it up. What am I doing wrong? Yep, okay. I see what I did. That can't be right. It's alright, it's just one piece holding, one stud holding that on. Okay. Jamie McConnell says Reacher and Letterkenny come out this month. I thought about watching the Reacher one. It's really good, Jamie. I just don't know much about Reacher, so I didn't know if I'd like it, but I would trust your judgment. Haven't watched that much Letterkenny, if I'm being honest with you. There's actually a lot of comedy shows that people ask me if I watch, like The Office or, you know, Family Guy and South Park. I used to watch South Park way back in the day. I just don't really watch comedy shows if I'm going to watch shows. Because there's not that much time to watch shows, so I try to watch, like, serious ones, I guess you could say. Not that I don't think I'd enjoy them. The Reacher one does look good, though. Haven't heard anyone talk about it. Oh. Better than the Tom Cruise version, says Jamie. Okay, well, that's good. I do like the Mission Impossible movies, though. And you gotta admit, Tom Cruise kills it, in my opinion. It's actually starting to look like something now. I will give props to Tom Cruise because he's one of the only true actors left just trying to make good movies and not spread some political message of some sort. This is right, so this goes, yeah. Oh yeah, I'm still missing that one piece. There it is. There we go. It's actually starting to look like something now. Do I get that to focus? Yeah. So that's the underbelly. Or at least part of it anyways. Let's move on to the next part. I will set this right here. we go. We got 938. See how much further we can get here. Okay. Jamie, did you happen to see the new Mission Impossible movie that came out a couple months ago? I think it's called Dead Reckoning, if I remember correctly. Very good. Very good. And this guy. Yeah, okay. We need one of these. And this. Still got 7 viewers. That's pretty good. I'll take it. I mean, there's probably not a lot going on. It is a Tuesday night. Where am I at here? Okay, so that one, this one. What? Yeah, what there? And that. Oh, I forgot a piece. Where is it? Where is it? I didn't know it came out on my list. Really good. 10 out of 10 in my opinion. And I really like the last one too, Fallout. This new one though was maybe not 10 out of 10. I'd say like a 9.5 out of 10. Like, it's really good. And I will give props to, like I said before, Tom Cruise, because I feel like he's one actor that, you know, he's just focused on making good movies that aren't trying to spread a message or push an agenda or a political or anything. He's just making good movies with good stories. And I mean, it is a spy thriller, but you know, for the most part, it's pretty believable. I mean, it is over the top, but it's not jump the shark over the top like, you know, Fast and Furious or something like that. Speaking of that, did you see the latest Fast and Furious movie? My God, it is ridiculous. And like, Vin Diesel really takes the Fast and Furious movies super serious, like to a fault. Although I will say, if you did see the last Fast and Furious movie, Jason Momoa is hilarious in it. He's probably my favorite part. Yeah. There it is. Yep, that's what we're looking for. Right there. Right there. Got it. Great content, Jeff. Subscribing so I catch the next one. Hey, thanks for tuning in, Jamie. I appreciate it. Have a good one. Be safe. If I don't talk to you, have a good Christmas. Although I'll be reaching out about the board game testing, so I'm sure we'll talk soon. Have a good one, man. Thanks for tuning in. Peace out. Where are we at? This. We're getting through these pieces. We're almost there. Well, through this section, anyways. And there we go. Still at 6 viewers. I'll take it. Anyone got any crazy Christmas plans? Anyone traveling for Christmas? If anyone can afford it. I know it's tough times right now. We're just sticking around town on our end, which is fine by me. I don't know if I'd want to travel during the holidays anyways. I feel like it'd be chaos, especially with young kids. That's good. Oh yeah, look at this. This is starting to come together. Well, as I say that, it starts falling apart. Good, good, good. Look at that. Yeah. Looking good. Well, now I put it on. Where does this go? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's falling apart. What have I done? Is there another part that's supposed to hold that together? There must be, right? This part? Hold on, bear with me here. It just sits on there like that. Okay. Yeah, okay. Nothing extra holds that on. Okay. Let's put this part on. That, do I have this right? Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, good, good. Is it solid? It's solid. Yeah, now it's starting to look like actually look like something. Well, at least the underside, anyways. Cool. Yeah. Let's turn it back over. I'll put this here. And this. Getting a little quiet in chat. That is all good. We're gonna subjects to talk about. I need to build 2 of these? No? Yes, I do. Okay. So that was 6, 3. And getting through her. Getting through her. I have to say, this is a very... Oh, I guess I didn't even put this over. It's a very smooth building process so far. It's the one nice thing about Lego sets is they do make them very easy to follow. These go here. And I've designed a few, not sets, but designed a few models and instructions for them. And I will say, trying to make something that's easy to build and structurally supportive, and the instructions are actually like a smooth process, it can be a little challenging. So I give props to the model makers for coming up with this stuff. I mean, it's probably pretty dang cool if that's your job. Won't lie. It's like a dream job, working for Lego, making sets. Especially if you got to do the UCS sets. I think if I was ever to be a legit Lego designer, that's what I'd want to do. I'd want to do models like this one. And that makes me wonder how much time they get to make these models. Like, I wonder if, like, the designer of this set, you know, if Lego was like, all right, you got 6 months to design it and build it and make sure it's compatible with instructions, and then they got to go through a review phase, I'm assuming, and, you know, see what parts make the most sense or availability and whatnot. Like, I wonder what the whole behind the scenes process is for Lego. I'll set this here. Or like, if you become a Lego builder, you know, do you get to just jump in on a theme that you prefer? Do you got to work your way through the ranks to get to that theme? I just wonder what it's like. And are they all out of Denmark? I think that's where Lego is primarily based, is Denmark. So we need 2 of these. We got 6 viewers still. Welcome, new viewers. Luann says, I wonder how much they make doing that too, or if they get any type of bonus for sales. I've wondered the same thing. I mean, that's what I'm saying, is it's probably a dream job. Like, what if they get to build Lego, design sets, and they get paid good, and they're in Denmark, just Europe in general, so they actually, you know, get more than 2 weeks vacation a year. Although I also wonder, like, is it stressful? Like, Is it like, yeah, you've got 2 months to design this, and then the designer can't come up with something, and then they're like, oh man, I got to come up with something? Like, I wonder if it is stressful. Or if it's just all awesome. I'm assuming they get paid pretty good, because I think they're very picky about who they let become a Lego designer. Is that good? That's right. Yes. Yes, we're gonna do that. Yeah, I think we're good. That's a good point on the bonuses too. I wonder if it, yeah, like if they get enough sales, or if they finish the model in time, or if it's, they might designate like a piece count, and if they can get the piece count under what they want. I remember reading about this set too. The reason it took Lego so long to come up with a UCS AT-AT Walker is because they couldn't figure out how to do the legs. Because it was, I'll show you. The legs, before they came up with this design, there's gears in there that hold it all together. They couldn't figure out how to make it where it would support itself and would fall over, so it wouldn't meet Lego standards. That's why it took them so long to actually come up with a design for it. So like, I wonder, like you're saying, like, the guy who designed it, did he get a bonus because he figured it out finally? Or do they get to choose what they want to build? I don't know, just cool things to think about. Definitely think that would be a dream job. Right, so this one? Yes, that's the one. And going this way. Like so. Oh, I'll switch back to this. Thanks for sticking around, Luann. I appreciate it. Did I do this right? Yes. Good, good. Okay. Wait. I want to make sure this is centered. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Yes, excellent. Man says, right, I would think they have to have teams working together, something to get that done, or definitely has to have deadlines to put the pressure on. I would assume so. As far as I know, though, I do think it's primarily, at least the higher ups, like the really intense models like this one, I think it is primarily just one designer per model. I could be wrong, though. I don't want to talk out of my ass, because I could absolutely be wrong. So I gotta build 2 of these. But I remember looking at the Venator set that I really want to get and seeing an interview with the one designer, and he spoke about some of the challenges he had. But yeah, it's like, if it is that case, like Lego just gives him free reign, like, all right, you've proven yourself, go design this, good luck. I mean, not a bad challenge to have. I wonder how much of it too is digital and how much they design with pieces, or they do half and half. I feel like if you had all those Lego bricks at your disposal, you would do half and half probably. So first, right? So that's good to go there. Either way, I do think it would be a fantastic job. Nope, that's wrong. Oh yeah, starting to look like something now. Yep. Look at that, that's looking sweet. There we go, a couple more pieces here. Oh, we got one part. So, yes. Yep. So, it just goes there. Oh, I forgot a piece right there. Come on, get in there. Oh dear. Oh dear. What have, oh God, what have I done? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's okay. We can save it. Oh, I gotta try and sneak this in there now. Oh, this is going bad. Oh, dear. Oh, come on. Yes. Good. Nope, we're not good. Come on. Come on. Oh, we're breaking it. Oh, we're breaking it more. Oh, geez. Oh, God. What have I done? I totally meant to do this. This is all part of the plan. Yep. Okay. That's like that. Yes. This goes here. Goes there. Okay, well, I got this off. Let's make sure that's all good. That's good. And that goes like this. Okay. We saved it. Not my finest moment. Not my finest moment. That's okay, though. We're okay. Oof. All right, let's continue on here. It's not supposed to go like this. This. Good. Good. And these are supposed to go in the end like so. This one. Like so. And that's it. So I'm at a crossroads here. I'll show you where we're at. This is what we've got to. So it's actually starting to look like something now. We've gone through the first two bags, or two sets of instructions, I should say. We'd be moving on to step 3, essentially. Michael Benga says, this is bringing back memories of White Zombie. More human than human, more human. And, at a crossroads on whether I should keep going with the next bag or not. It is only 10 o'clock. You know what? I'll do bag 3. And then I think we'll call it there. We are at 7 viewers, so I think I'll stick around for bag 3. Dennis Charlton says, what's the best build you have done this year, official sets? You know what's crazy is I don't actually buy a ton of Lego sets. The last big one I built was the Titanic, and that was 2 years ago. Almost 2 years ago. Then, down here. And then I bought a couple smaller sets. So this is probably the most interesting one I've built in a while. But that's strictly going by year. I would say 3, these are 4. What's this one? Those are the best build you've done this year. Okay, I'm going to switch up the question a little bit, Dennis, to the best build I've done so far. The most interesting one I've done so far, not including this one because I haven't finished it, would be the Falcon, the Millennium Falcon. And the most rewarding one's probably the Titanic. I'll say this much. I feel like the build process of the Titanic was super smooth, but there was some repetitive parts, which I didn't like. The Millennium Falcon, on the other hand, I didn't feel any repetition at all. So it's a really close tie between those two sets for me. And I know that's not really answering your question, as you said this year. The most interesting set I bought this year would be this one, because I haven't bought any before that. This year, my primary builds were my Mega Yacht and then the smaller yacht. I feel like I'm really dragging this question out. Wow, there's a lot more pieces in this step than I thought there'd be. And I have a prediction about this set too. I think it's going to be a fun build. I think it's going to be one of my favorites, but I have no doubt the legs are going to be really repetitive. I might even do that off stream because I feel like the legs are, you're going to build one and they're all the same. So, but we'll see. So let's move these over here. Get them out a little bit. Try to keep the little pieces together. And we'll bring this guy here. So we need 14 of these. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. What about you, Dennis? What's your favorite set that you've built this year? I think you remember showing me that you got Rivendell, which I'm assuming that's probably going to be your pick. Which I do not blame you at all for that. So legs on this side. Well, actually, I'm going to do it this way. And we need to go. So. Dennis says, I built the Queen Anne's Revenge a couple days ago and it went together so beautifully. It wanted to go together. Yeah, I know what you mean, man. There's some sets where it's like they design it so good that it's like it's a dream to build. That's how I felt about the Titanic and the Falcon. And I forget the Queen Anne's Revenge, what it looks like. Rivendell was really nice as well. What I liked about Rivendell, and I haven't built it myself, but I'm assuming it's like this. It looks like there's some crazy inventive ways that they've come up with of putting Lego pieces together, which I'm always a huge fan of. Like some of the stuff I build, I'm like, man, I'm pretty proud of like the way I put these bricks together and, you know, made it look like something. But then I see what people do with the models and how they make the bricks work together, and I'm like, oh my God, it's just crazy. Like even this, like coming up with this to make it look as realistic as it does out of Lego. You know, there's different angles, and there's not only is there angles they got to consider, but there's structural support. Like you can, this thing's strong and sturdy already. So I do hear you there. I take or I should say I give a lot of appreciation for how well stuff's built and designed and how well they can make it look and make the building process smooth. Am I just doing these two for now? Okay. Look. Rivendell had some neat techniques. There were some parts that I didn't enjoy. Yeah, I almost wonder if that's inevitable in any Lego set. Like there's always going to be some parts that are just kind of crappy to build. Even in the ones I've designed so far, the 2 yachts, there's a few sections. They're mostly fun, but it's like there's a few connectors or you're dealing with a bunch of Technic pins that not really that fun. If you can ever get your hands on the Falcon, Dennis, I would highly recommend, because I know you're a big Star Wars fan like me. And it's my favorite, one of my favorite Star Wars ships, and I just love that build. This. And I do have this right, yes. Okay. Set this to the side for now. Slav says I'm back. What did I miss? Not much. We talked about more Lego and movies and built some stuff, and I broke part of this because I wasn't paying attention. I had to rebuild it a little bit. Ethan Neal says, I can confirm Rivendell has a lot of really creative part uses. The only part that's kind of a drag in my opinion is the 1x1 tiles for the roof. Yes, I could absolutely see that. I even thought that when I was looking at it. I know I remember seeing though, they show to use a piece, like another piece to make all the 1x1s go straight. I can still imagine putting them on there would suck though. Dennis, if you can ever find it secondhand, definitely get the Falcon. If I would absolutely buy it again. Well, why would I buy it again if I didn't already have it? But I've been tempted. I've seen it on Marketplace before, and I'm like, man, I should buy it again. But then I'd want to build it, which would kind of defeat the purpose of getting it, because you want to get it to hold on to it so you could sell it later. I've thought about taking mine apart to rebuild it, but it would just take so long to take apart. That is so. Slav says it's always fun when you mess up building Lego. Yeah, it can backfire on you though, especially if you get too far in the build and it's like a structural section. So you got to take the whole thing apart to rebuild it. Been there before. All right, so we need this guy and this guy. What about you, Slab? You got any favorite sets? Is this one? 4? Yes. And that in there. Good, good, good. Yes. Well, I'm gonna have to start paying attention here. This looks like some advanced Technic stuff. This one, 2 of these, and this guy. Oh yeah, look at this. It's getting fancy. What's your favorite older Lego set? Dennis, I'm gonna make a prediction. I think you actually told me before. Yours would be the monorail set, like the Futuron one, maybe. Oh, did I forget a piece here? Totally did. This is supposed to be in here like this. Oh, okay. So we're still good. We're good. So we flip this over. Yeah, I got to pay attention here. My lord. Okay. Yeah, I was being sarcastic. The Creator 3-in-1 Viking ship. I think I have to look that one up again, but I think I do remember it. And it looked really cool. The boat itself was actually brick built, was it? Or was it like pieces? I can't remember. Because I've seen a pretty cool, a few pretty cool brick built boats. Right here. You know what? I bet you I got to build this whole thing twice. Yep. You got to build this whole thing twice. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to build one. Probably build the second one off camera. Brick built. Yeah, see, that sounds pretty cool. Because speaking from experience, building a boat shape out of Lego is not easy. Have this all correct so far? Yes, good. Okay. Sorry, I feel like these steps are really crucial, so I want to really try to make sure I don't mess them up. 4 of these. If I remember correctly, too, even the sail's brick built, isn't it? On that ship? I could be wrong. I actually thought about doing like a catamaran, for my own creation. Not as big as the mega yacht, but I don't know, maybe something like this big, make it minifig scale, and do a catamaran. And then I was going back and forth on whether I should do it like a motorized one, or if I should do, make it like an old school catamaran with a sail. And then I was like, oh, do I make a Lego sail? Which I think would be cool. But then at the same time, what if it was too heavy? It'd be big, it might be awkward. What if it falls over and breaks? These are all the questions that go through my mind when I think about what model I want to design. Because it's really important to me that whatever I make or design is structurally supportive, doesn't fall apart easy. Whoa, we got getting fancy now. This right here, yes. Yes, brick built as well. So Slab confirms that the Viking set has a brick built sail, which I thought it did. One of my favorite Lego sets when I was a kid was the Lego pirate ships. I had the, I think it was called the Blackbeard or Redbeard schooner or something like that. It's like 800 pieces. It was such an awesome set. Remember, I loved it when I was a kid. Got it, I think, when I was like 4 or 5 years old. My parents surprised me. And I was the happiest kid that had ever existed. I already see something I did wrong here. No, I haven't been building this upside down. It just flips over. Okay. Ooh. Oh, hello. I have noticed too, as I try to come up with more of my own creations, there's actually not a ton of people that are into Lego boats, or at least not any new school boats. Slav says, my favorite part of the Viking ship is the 2 brick-built Ravens. So you know what I'm going to do, Slav? You've inspired me. I should have done this from the start. My next stream, I'm going to create a new scene through my streaming program to let me look up stuff on the computer, but have it also show up on screen so you can see what I'm looking at. Because then I can look up some of the stuff with you guys at the same time. The cow is not too bad as well. Yeah, see, now I'm really curious. I gotta look this up. But yeah, I can actually do that where I can have a scene where I would just, you know, like I'm switching through these scenes right here. Oh, my overhead camera just died, I think. Oh no, it's my webcam. I just have it facing down on the table. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I can make a scene like this one where it'll show me, but you can also see what I'm looking at on the screen. We could look up some of this stuff, like the brick-built thing. We could look up bands. Bands I gotta be careful with, though, because copyright strikes, all that stuff. You know the drill. Alright, so I gotta pay attention here. This. Am I doing this right? Yes. Okay. Good, good, good. Oh, this is cool. Just testing out how you can move it right here. That's sweet. Oh, we're getting into some big boy territory here. Yeah, this one here. Just like so. Oh, hello. Any of you guys like the modular sets? I see everyone online is like really obsessed with the modular sets. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just not really big into like building locations or like houses or stuff like that, or I guess in this case it would just be buildings. I like building like ships that are like one close thing that you can pick up, and you know, even if I do want to do a space build eventually, but I don't think I'll build like a base or something like that. I'll build an actual ship because it's like its own thing. You put it on a stand. I know a lot of people love the modulars though, so. Okay, these are good. Yes, it's good. What are we? So I'm flipping it over. Sometimes I gotta talk myself through these steps to make sure I'm not messing up. Good, good. So, yes. That's right. Come on, get in there. Good, good, good. Luann says, I'd love to create a modular scene or town eventually. They look dope. You know, Luann, you could try the digital program I use. It's free. It's absolutely free and it's super easy to learn. And you could just start small. But if you wanted to take a stab at it without having to spend any money on actual Lego, you could absolutely do it that way. Just throwing it out there. The program I use is like, you can learn it in 10 minutes. It's super easy. It's literally like a virtual Lego playground. I found it quite handy because I don't actually have a huge Lego collection of pieces. All the stuff I have is really old, so it's helped me be able to come up with my designs, and then I gotta pay attention to what I'm doing here. Yes. Yes. If you want the link, though, let me know and I can send it to you. What program? What's the program called? It's called Bricklink Studio. You might need a Bricklink account to download it, but it's making a Bricklink account is free as well. Bricklink's website that you use to order Lego pieces. It's all good. Yes, good. Like I said too, I'm actually thinking about starting to do some videos with Bricklink Studio. Maybe some tutorials on how to use it, or just walk you through how I design something. Like I said before, I'm just worried it might be boring. Because when I'm designing something, like right now I'm working on a new yacht, there is a lot of just back and forth and trying different things, and it's not super riveting, but might be interesting. I thought about doing instruction tutorials too, like how to make instructions for people. Just finding the time. But yeah, maybe one time I'll do a stream and I'll show the program in use, and then you can see how it works. The man says, okay, sweet, I'm familiar with Bricklink in my Lego groups. They always recommend that for pieces when wanting to build older sets. Yeah, it's a good way to find replacements too, because I know some of the older sets have really rare pieces, but you can find alternative pieces you could use for those sets. Now, oh, flip it over. Yeah, you know what? This is encouraging me. I'm definitely going to do a couple videos on Bricklink Studio. Bricklink's where I order all my parts from as well. There is a lot of technic here. Lab says, that would be dope seeing you, D. I'm not sure what that means. Ethan Neal, I'm guilty of liking modular buildings. First of all, let me say there's nothing wrong with that. I like the way they look too. I just myself, for mocks, I don't want to focus on buildings. But don't get me wrong, I think they look awesome and they're very cool sets. He says, I made a mock of the Louisiana State Capitol building, my adopted home state. It's a nice build that fits in with the other architecture sets. Hey man, if you're willing, will you send a picture? Send a pic, man. I'll put it on my Facebook page if you're willing. I'd love to see it. Link is I have links to my pages in the description of this video. Slav says, that would be dope watching you build digitally. Okay, if there's interest, I'll do it. Like I said, it's not super riveting, but you can see how I work through the process of trying to figure out how everything's going to work and hope it's going to be structurally stable. Maybe I'll start with a smaller build or something, but or hell, I could just dive in with the yacht I'm working on right now, because it's a big one. It's going to be huge. I just realized I messed something up. Okay, so we need 7 of these. Yeah, Ethan, don't I wasn't trying to hate on modulars by any means. I do think they are awesome sets. Just me personally, I like building ships or just fixed objects, like I'll show you here, for example. My wall of Lego here, you can see it's like, you know, Slave 1, a ship, R2-D2, there's a snow speeder, Millennium Falcon, Sandcrawler, lots of Star Wars stuff, obviously, the Shuttle Tidarium. There's a couple inappropriate things over there too. Really? But my taste could change. I might want to build like a structure or a building at some point in the future. Okay, where the hell is it? Oh, I see. Out of curiosity, Slav, if you were to see the digital design part, what sort of things would you want to see with that? Like how to make instructions, or just see how I come up with something? Or would you rather more short form content, or be there for the whole process? Just curious. Same with the other side. Ethan says, you're good. I was kind of joking. I've got that mock on Rebrickable already. Yeah, absolutely. Send me a link, man. That'd be awesome. Love to see it. Rebrickable is a great website, man. Slav says, live stream and tries to get busy. All right, I'll try it, man. The other reason I'm nervous about doing the digital stuff is sometimes I run into builder's block where I'm like, I got to step away for a little bit. If I commit to a live stream, I got to try and have a plan in place, but I think I'm far enough with the model that I could do something like that. Okay. Luann says, me personally, I'd love to see how you pick with bricks to build the vision and see how it comes to life. All right. I will consider doing it. You know what? I'm going to show you something really quick here, actually. Just to show you something, if you don't mind. So, bear with me here. I'm not going to go into full details, but I'll kind of give you an idea of what you'd end up seeing with this program. Oh, almost dropped the camera. You guys are actually kind of going to get a sneak peek at the boat I'm working on. So it's 2,382 parts so far. So I'll give you a better view here. Again, I would actually do this where you'd see the digital screen, not through webcam. But this is what I'm started with for a boat, a new mega yacht. So the reason I had these red plates here is that each one of these is a 2x10, just so I know the length. It's like about 200 studs right now. But this is how I design stuff. So this right here is all one section made out of Technic frame. And then I found ways to connect this. These are studs reversed underneath. And again, this is all just hoping it's going to work out and connect together. But if you guys are actually interested in seeing me build this and work through it, I can go through it with you. And yeah, you could kind of see in real time with me of how I figure this stuff out. If there's interest. Anyways, yeah, thanks for checking that out. Thought I'd give you a little sneak peek there of what you'd be in for. Slav says, that's cool, man. Thank you, Slav. I appreciate that. You know what? Your name's cool, bro. Where the hell was I? Right. Lego. This is correct. Yes. Good. Yeah. My problem is when I'm designing digitally, I have a really bad tendency to like over-engineer things because I'm worried it's not going to hold together. Like my last boat, just the little one that I live streamed before. You were there, Luann, I think. It's only like this big, but it weighs like 9 pounds because I over-engineered it. Luann says, yeah, thanks for showing that. I think it'd be interesting for us who like to see how things are made. Cool. Well, I'm going to, probably won't be for a couple weeks, but I will schedule a stream. I might even just do some videos too of the build process, or the design process, I should say. Also, thank you for showing interest. I appreciate that. You never know, because YouTube and TikTok these days, it's all about really fast, intense content that's just in your face and quick and easy to digest. So for content creators, it's always like a tricky slope to navigate with how fast you make your content, or is it too boring, stuff like that. Yes. This guy. Like even this, I'm not trying to blow smoke up y'all's asses, but I'm super grateful that you guys actually stick around, because don't assume this is super entertaining just watching some dude build Lego. But I do appreciate sticking around. So doing a live stream, you're kind of taking a gamble, but it's great. You guys you've made it a lot funner building this. So thank you. Let's keep going here. This guy. Nope. Nope. There you go. Yep. That is correct. Yes. Okay. Oh, it's starting to look like a leg now. Did I mess up somewhere? I did. I only needed one of these. Nope, that's not correct. What's going on here? Oh, I messed up something here. Hold on, bear with me. I messed up something. So that is going there, yes. Yeah, I got excited and messed something up. Right, and then this is supposed to be on. I do this. Right, so okay. Right. Slav says, yeah, my guitars are in my room. I'm going to start playing again. Sweet, man. What did I mess up? What kind of guitars you got? Let's reevaluate here. That is correct. Oh, I think I see what's going on here. That is why. Okay, we're good. Woo! Thought I messed up big time. So if you're wondering, sorry, I had a brain fart there. My guitars, I just gotta show you now you've mentioned it. I have a Dean bass. So I play in an indie rock and roll band called the Long Lots. It's kind of like blues meets rock and roll, and you know, a lot of blue collar type lyric stuff. And then since I'm a metalhead, I also have my Schecter guitar there, that's my baby. That is my favorite guitar I've ever had. It just plays like butter. It's awesome, and I love it. Slav says, when Dom's Charger can out Technic, I got it for Christmas. Oh, I think he means when it came out. When Dom's Charger came out, for the Technic version, I got it for Christmas, and I just had surgery on my left arm and hand. I built it one-handed. Oh my god, I can only imagine how challenging that would be. And you said that was for Christmas. So I'm guessing your hand's better now? You're good to play guitar and stuff? How many pieces were in that set? And I only asked that because I always kind of judge the length of how long it might take to build based on the pieces. Right. Oh, there's a scratch on this piece. Probably my fault. I have a Fender Stratocaster, says Slab, and an acoustic Ariana. Nice. Strats are beauties, man. They play like butter as well. I'll be honest, I really like a lot of like the really heavy metal stuff like Lamb of God, Meshuggah. which is kind of more suited towards like Schecters, Ibanez's, and Jacksons. But I do love Stratocasters too, man. And Tellys. I used to have a Fender bass, which sounded amazing, but it was heavy, like really heavy. It was a precision bass, actually. This guy, good. This one, so. Oh, cool. This is starting to look like a leg now. Yep. Yeah, we're building a leg. Now we're flipping it over and go to the other side. So we're almost through this. Like I said, I'm going to finish this leg, well, this part of the leg, and then I'll do the other one off screen because it's going to be the same exact process. I might stream tomorrow night. I haven't decided yet. If you guys want to come back, no worries if you don't. I do realize this is, you know, I'm just building legs at this point. The next few hours will be primarily legs, so. Yep, okay, so that actually is it. That is that first leg section. You know what, we'll attach it too to kind of finalize this. So these go here. Let me make sure I'm just doing this right. Just, oh, come on, get on there. There we go. There's one leg section. Good to go. So I'll do this too so you can kind of see. So that's probably the basic size of it. So it's probably going to be like this tall by the end of it, if not bigger. So, yep, that's it. That's probably where I'm going to end it for now. Slav says, well, I did have one issue building the Charger. I messed up on the rear differential. Only figured it out after 3 steps. Try to take it apart 3 steps one hand. Yeah, I was just going to say, man, working your way backwards with one hand would be a pain in the arse. Took me 18 hours to build. I'm assuming you probably got halfway. You're like, I'm going to finish this thing. That is going to be it for me tonight. I am going to finish it here. I'll build this other leg off screen, as I mentioned. And I'm probably going to live stream again tomorrow night. If not, it might be the next night. I just don't know if I want to live stream the build process of the legs because they're probably going to be tedious, a little boring, but maybe I will. I don't know. I thank you, everyone, for tuning in and checking it out. I have heard your requests for doing the digital designer stuff. I will do that for sure. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks again for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And if I don't see you, talk to you before then, Merry Christmas. Luann, I'm going to reach out to you about game testing 100%. I can guarantee you that. So, that said, I'm going to call it there and end the stream. And thank you one last time. You guys have a good night. And wait to see if any more chat comes in. Slav says, good night, Jeff. And everyone, it was great fun. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. It was great fun talking to you. Hopefully we'll talk again.